Normally, I don't do this. I don't give attention to any negative comment, but this particular one helps me elaborate some of my tastes. And I think it's a great opportunity to not only respond to a beloved fan and subscriber, but to also express what I have deep inside, what this channel is really about. So, this gentleman who is annoyed by social justice and people who are against social justice says that he's praying to Jesus. He's praying to Jesus, and that my videos makes him want to vomit. I'm afraid you feel that way. You should go see a doctor. Vomiting is not a good sign. In the meantime, maybe you should take some anti-sickness pills. Here in Romania, we have Ciclizine. It's authorized by the NHS. I don't know where you live. Maybe you have different pills, but you should get a look at. Like vomiting is not a good thing. So let's see if I get triggered. Do I get triggered when I see LGBTQ and now there's a plus? When I started this channel, it was LGBT. Now it's LGBTQ and there's more to come, the plus. Well, I mean, it depends. It really depends. Usually I get triggered when they're available in the Western market and they're not available in China, because it shows that the corporation is just pandering. League of Legends, Overwatch does this. There's many examples of companies that have LGBT characters in the West and they don't have any when it's the same product in China. Why is that? And I think the reason it annoys me is because almost no one is complaining about it. It's almost like people don't notice that this is taking place. This is also why you see so many LGBT characters in TV shows, but none in blockbuster movies. Because the blockbuster movies has to sell to an external audience. And what really annoys me is that these companies, they think they're changing society, they're changing the world, they're adding more tolerance to the world, but they're not doing it in places where the tolerance is really needed. I mean, at this point, I don't think it's controversial in the United States to have a homosexual in a TV show. In fact, I was actually making this joke that there's probably more gay people in TV shows than there are in real life at this point. And if you happen to know someone that's involved in production of any type of entertainment, you would know that it's actually a checklist coming down from corporations in order to include these things. It's like a checkbox. So it adds nothing to the story. It's bland. It's just pandering. I mean, it's not even pandering at this point, I guess. But it's just like, meh. To be honest, I don't really care. I mean, Pathfinder Wrath of the Exile has gay characters in it. And I didn't complain. In fact, I actually said, no, it's actually good. Attack on Titan has gay characters in it. I mean, there's many shows that have gay characters and I don't give a fuck. It really depends how they're made. I mean, a perfect example of a character that really makes me roll my eyes is when the first thing, when you meet the character in a TV show, they have to mention that they're gay. I mean, who actually does that? You know, I know gay people in real life. The first thing that they said when I met them was like, hey, I'm Andrew and I am gay. They don't do that. They don't talk like that. And secondly, it also matters a great deal, the advertisement for that show or video game or whatever. So if your advertisement is to show me that, okay, you have a gay character in it, I assume that your advertisement is your best foot forward. Like if you introduce a video game or a TV show, you should tell me about the setting, you should tell me about the plot. But if you come up and you already tell me about the sexuality of the characters in it in the first trailer, I assume that that is literally your best foot forward. It's like, okay, congratulations. In 2021, you have gay people in your movie. Oh, wow. Fantastic. That is stunning and brave. What can I say? So, yeah, that makes me roll my eyes. The second one, non-straight white male lead. I really don't care about the sexuality of the male lead unless it's a porno. And since I'm married, I don't watch those very often. But come to think of it, I don't really know any movies or TV show or video games with a non-straight white male lead. Can you guys think of any? Because I literally thought about this a lot. And I can't think of many. I mean, I'm pretty sure there must be, but non-straight white male lead. No, I really can't think of any. Okay, Ranma, 1.5, the main character. I don't know if you can call him LGBT, but he could change into a woman, so I guess that would make him transgender. Yeah, okay, I like that. Yeah, so it really depends what you're trying to achieve and the type of genre. Bowsette. Does she count? Does Bowsette count? Probably not because it's not canon. There's a manga that I really like with a ninja which gets turned into a female ninja. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it could work. Diverse cast. So, diverse cast really depends. If you're going to show me a white Shaka Zulu, I might complain. If you're going to cast a black man as Anne Frank, I might not appreciate that very much. So it depends on the type of product. If it's something that's supposed to take place in history, that I want some authenticity so I can get some immersion if it's not too much to ask. I don't like seeing black French aristocrats Disney. I don't really appreciate that. It takes me out of the mood. Black English aristocrat. That's a queen. Especially when we know that that particular queen was white. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. My mind is going to start going haywire. I'm going to wonder, okay, well, if there was black aristocrats, then how could the English have colonized Africa, considering it was black people colonizing black people? I mean, there's that. And truth be told, I think even the social justice activists would view this as valid criticism, considering they also complain about Aladdin, because Jasmine wasn't the correct ethnicity. They complained about the mentor of Doctor Strange. They complained about the choice of casting and Ghost in the Shell. And I gotta say, I kind of agree with their criticism. You should make sure that the people look the part. You should make sure that if you're trying to portray something from history, people can get the immersion and not realize that they're being shoved some corporate bullshit in their face. And if it's a well-established character, that it should maintain the same race as people are used to. So, for example, I wouldn't want to see a white Storm, just like I wouldn't want to see a black Superman. And if you're going to pull that shit, go ahead and pull that shit. I'm not going to buy your movie. You're not going to take my money. Strong female characters. It depends what you mean by strong. If your version of a strong woman is just having toxic masculinity reskinned in the shape of a woman, then I don't like that. I don't like Abby from The Last of Us. I don't like Captain Marvel. I don't like the type of character that's hyper violent, and the only way that they know how to be strong is to beat up people and always jump to violence the first chance they get. I don't like that. If you want my version of what a strong woman should be like, think about Sam from Stargate. I think she's a really great character. Think about, I don't know exactly her name, but I recently saw the movie Dune, and I really love the mother of Atreides. I also love that nun. Those were really interesting and strong women that I personally liked. Tomb Raider from the first game, right? I mean, these are women that are capable of showing emotion, and they show that they're actual human beings because they can experience emotions. And the fact that they overcome those emotions is what makes them strong. They're not necessarily strong as in physically capable. They're just strong as in strength of character. They know when to utilize the strength and when to hold it back. And I like those types of women, yes. And I know might be a shocker for people, but I am a man and I do like looking at women. So I actually do prefer movies or video games that have female leads as long as the female lead is done properly. Again, think about the first Tomb Raider. Black leads. So black leads are actually really great. I like movies that have black actors. Blade was one of my favorites when I was a kid. I used to like a lot of movies with Eddie Murphy. I don't know why people didn't like him. I don't know why he failed as an actor, but I used to love watching Eddie Murphy. I hear he's now playing reggae. Morpheus from Matrix. Okay, he's not a lead, but my God, like whenever he was on the set, he would manage to steal all of the attention. and of course Morgan Freeman, another favorite of mine. So yeah, I mean, I have nothing against black leads. The only time I'm cringing is if it's a white lead and they're just race swapping it for the Lulzi. Yeah, that is cringe. Asian leads. So some of my favorite TV shows right now, especially in current year, happen to be on Netflix, and I would say The Kingdom, Train to Busan, Sweet Home, or Gone Home, I forgot exactly the name of it, Squid Games. So I would even say that Asian leads and Asian movies in particular are much better than everything that the West is putting out right now. The South Korean market is dominating the Western market. Kind of shameful if you think about it. It's doing to the Western TV shows what manga is doing to comics. And finally, the last two things go hand in hand. That I see everything as a social justice agenda or woke propaganda, and that anti-social justice warriors are becoming the new social justice warriors. So congratulations for becoming the actual meme. But to further address this criticism, the difference when someone like Anita Sarkeesian would say that Mario is misogynistic, or that the developers of Hitman actually wanted for players to murder the hookers in their game, or that the creators of GTA wanted people to run over prostitutes in their game. That's not what the developers intended. That was mind reading on their part. The difference that I actually know what the developers are planning, because they're very outspoken about it. They give interviews. They make absolutely sure that people understand that what they're doing is a feminist movie and it's a feminist propaganda. And they're actively investing a lot of marketing in order to shame their customers, in order to belittle and mock their clients. That if they don't go to see their movie, they must be sexist, or they must be misogynistic, or they must be racist, or anything like that. So my criticism is most of the time based on what the developers themselves talk about their product. Whether it's a movie, a TV show, or a video game, it's obvious. I'm not mind reading. I'm saying what they're saying. So if I say something is social justice propaganda, it's because the actual person behind the product is saying that they are trying to push for social justice. Now, maybe you don't like this type of channel. Maybe you don't like this type of criticism. I'm sorry to hear that. It's fair enough. But unlike the social justice activists, I'm not actually shaping the industry. Me sitting here with a 30,000 viewer channel, I don't have access to mainstream publications. I don't have access to people that manage to put grades on Metacritic. I don't have any connections. So you should be resting assured that I'm not going to change your beloved culture anytime. And I suggest that you go and watch something that you like. Maybe Stephanie Sterling, or I don't know what type of YouTubers people prefer nowadays that talk about video games and whatnot. But, I'm sorry that this type of content isn't what you like. I just try to entertain people. I talk about certain things that it seems resonates with a lot of people. And I'm sorry you feel that way. But let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.